Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of What Not to Render, where I try and highlight the more common mistakes that I see in Maxwell render mentoring at the University of Brighton Centre for Design Technology. Today I'll be looking at having multiple identical materials in your scene. This is the demo that I've set up for today, and it's simply 3 red balls on a plane with an emitter above. And as you can see, each of these balls have the same material applied, except that they don't. There are in fact 3 red materials, and each different material is applied to a different ball. Now what this is meant to be demonstrating is someone coming along with their model and then making a new material for each object, even if the material is the same as a previously used material. And I see this more often than you might think. And this can be a common mistake. You might think that there's no harm in doing something like this, but actually there is when it comes to editing the materials. Because for a start, it's easy to forget which material is which. For example, if I want to edit the material of the ball on the right, but I accidentally open the wrong material and start editing, you can see that actually what I've done is edit the material of the ball on the left. So the first reason you shouldn't do this is because it makes knowing which material is which difficult. Secondly, if 2 materials are the same, you probably want them to change in the same way as well. But with this setup, if I wanted to change these materials, I'd have to individually open them up, change them to whatever I wanted, and then open up the next one and change it again. Obviously, this isn't a very efficient workflow, and also you can see that unless I'm extremely accurate with my numbers, the materials will look slightly different, and obviously making sure that you are extremely strict with your numbers takes more time. Ideally what you want is a setup like this, where you have one material applied to all objects. The only situation where it's useful to have different materials even though they are identical is when you know that later on the materials might change, and it might be difficult to reassign new materials. Using multiple identical materials, in cases where you would only need one applied to many objects, that is what not to render. Any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments below, or email me at maxwellrenderbrightoncdt@gmail.com, or tweet me at jcoleman_design. Thanks very much, I'll see you again soon.